shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Behave yourselves!
Hello, YouTubers out there. This is Jerry Saravia at the movies. So we're briefly taking a look at Wes Anderson's new film, The Phoenician Scheme. And I must say, this is a sumptuous delight. This is a wonderful movie. I still am, I'm just reveling in it. And I think because it is so absurd and yet so different from the norm. And I think that, occasionally, yes, we like our escapism and to be somewhat familiar, but there's nothing familiar about the Phoenician Scheme. Even with Wes Anderson's other films, my favorites being Rushmore. I think his best film might actually be The Royal Tenenbaums, which is going back now 24 years, and also the Grand Budapest Hotel. Those are my three favorites. I enjoy his early Bottle Rocket. The one film I don't care for is The Darjeeling Limited. And French Dispatch is maybe one I'll revisit at some point. I wasn't so keen on it, although I appreciate, again, Wes Anderson and his ability to conjure up these type of stories that don't seem like they really come from anywhere else that I know of. I mean, there's nothing really familiar about his films other than just comparing it to his other work. And even then, The Venetian Scheme doesn't seem like anything he has done before. 2 years ago, it was Asteroid City, which had some cornball witticisms. I liked better the setup of that movie and the idea of being on this desert rather than this box within the box type thing that he went on for a little too long in that picture. But this film, the heart and soul of this picture is Mia Threepleton, and this is Kate Winslet's daughter, who I didn't know this. She is magnificent in this movie. I mean, she has so much humor, so many nuances. This is a young woman. She's only 24 years old, and already I would say she is going to have one of these great careers. Like I sometimes say that about other people, and then maybe they don't amount to much sometimes. I mean, 30 years ago, I always said this about certain types of actresses. But this one, I mean, I would be surprised if she doesn't really skyrocket in terms of cinema and make more films with Wes Anderson and who knows who else, because she is terrific. And she is a nun in this picture. So to backtrack a little bit, Benicio del Toro is the amoral anti-hero with some sort of a glimmer of heart of gold to some degree. He's a 1950s industrialist. His name is Zsa Zsa Gorda. What a great name. I love that name. And he has suffered countless assassination attempts, including the beginning of this picture where he is on board this cargo plane of some degree. And right away, there's an issue. Let's just say the plane goes down. I'll just say that much. And he survives, but then he's holding one of his organs, and he says, maybe somebody should do something about this, or maybe I can just put it right back in my body. I mean, it's that kind of movie. It's a cartoonish movie. It's far more cartoonish than anything else I think Wes Anderson has done, other than maybe the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is virtually a cartoon, but it is so well staged and so brilliantly funny and executed that it's fine. I don't mind him going to these extremes. So in the single-engine plane, the international papers and the TV stations report him as being dead, and of course he's not. So he now Corda wants to make amends. He doesn't want to use slave labor in any of these projects which he's seeking financing. And so he wants to make amends, and that includes placing his daughter, Liesel, once again played by Mia Threepleton, and as his sole beneficiary to his empire, if he one day, doesn't survive an attempted assassination. And Bjorn, played by Michael Zera, who it's a magnificent performance, very funny, He is Corda's cordial personal assistant, tutor, and quasi-entomologist, and he travels with Corda and the uncertain yet intrigued Liesel to visit hopeful business partners in a Venetian business scheme that involves not employing slave labor. Now, whatever it is, nothing screams ethical about Corda, or his business practices, or his alleged partners, who will only contribute 50% to these projects. Now, if you got all that, terrific. So Tom Hanks appears in this movie as he plays great basketball. He just shoots in every hoop he gets. The ball goes in. But I didn't really understand all the business numbers, but who cares? I mean, it doesn't even matter. Occasionally you have a title screen explaining each, one of these entrepreneurs who are interested in how much they may contribute, what they end up contributing. I mean, it's funny stuff nonetheless. By the way, Tom Hanks appears, a brief cameo with Bryan Cranston. They both play brothers who play really good basketball. Benicio del Toro has this curious habit in the movie. He doesn't exactly make eye contact. Like, he's sort of looking off in the distance or looking straight ahead. You can't even, it's sort of like what he kind of did in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, if any of you remember, with Johnny Depp from back in the day. It's sort of like that, but he is so tremendously funny and chaotic and yet nuanced, and it's an amazing performance. It's probably not one that would be nominated for an Academy Award, but it should be. In addition to Mia Threepleton. I mean, they are terrific. These are some of the best performances I've seen in a Wes Anderson film in quite a while, other than the Grand Budapest Hotel. I mean, every performance here delivers. It's just, and it fits in within the chaotic confines of this cartoonish world, and everything is very symmetrical. It's just terrific stuff. Not to mention he has some adopted sons that occasionally fire they fire an arrow at him, when he's just sitting down for a business meeting. I mean, it's that kind of a movie. Either you're into it or you're not. This is a very particular, specific, quirky taste for those of you who are aficionados of Wes Anderson. Anyway, so... But I also, what I love about Michael Cera in particular is that he has this affection for Liesel. He wants to marry her. And he's just so harmless and so sweet to her. And she can't quite comprehend all this. And she occasionally smokes a cigarette, and then, or a pipe usually. And then she also carries a dagger with her that was given to her as a gift. And so anytime there's danger, she takes out her dagger. I mean, this is a wild movie. But what I love about it, it's that it is understated to a certain extent, and it's a cartoon of extreme observations and extreme characters. None of them seem to inhabit the real world, but who the hell cares? That is a plus for Wes Anderson, who has gone on this loopy ride of his own making since the Grand Budapest Hotel. And it's all underscored by Del Toro's change in temperament as Corda, who's willing to give it all up, and Threepleton's consistently challenged dogma and willingness to accept Corda. So I just thought it had a great deal of humanity, and I really gravitated towards these characters. It reminded me a little bit of, which is also a wonderful movie, different kind of movie, but not completely dissimilar. And I revisited it again very recently, and had seen it many times back in the day, and that was Amélie. Amélie is also that type of picture. It's a wild cartoon, but you care about the characters. They're so invested with humanity, and we're invested in them. And that's what I love about this movie. I will return to Venetian Scheme. I think I need to rate it a little higher than I even did on IMDb. So for me, this now, the Venetian Scheme, the Grand Budapest Hotel, Rushmore, and the Royal Tenenbaums are the greatest films that Wes Anderson has made. And I don't do top 10 lists anymore, for the year, but this would be included in my top 10. It's a fantastic movie. Check it out. It's an acquired taste, but if you're into it, it really does deliver, and you can't help but like it. I think. I don't know. Maybe this is not. It's not going to meet everyone's liking, but it's a likable film. It's one of his more likable, warmer type of films, I think, that he has made. So I enjoy it. So have you seen The Phoenician Scheme? Any of you out there? Have you watched Wes Anderson's other films? I just love this picture. I don't know what else to say. I just completely adored it. It reminded me of Amelie, in addition to Grand Budapest Hotel. But it's just wonderful. So tell me, what are some of your favorite Wes Anderson films, and some that maybe don't work for you? And have you seen this picture? Let me know in the comments. If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. I do discuss movie-related topics. I talk about movies. I occasionally review movies, of course. I also do, which I haven't done as much lately, fan film trailers and movie-related topics, cinema in general. I just talk about anything that's going on that I have some interest in discussing, whatever that may be. Recently, it was about a new Indiana Jones movie in the works from Disney. I will discuss it because I have a few things I can say about it. Anyway, if you are a subscriber, thank you. Looks like a lot of people have been looking at my Bruce Lee video. This was a video I did. It was a brief little piece with a song, and it's just garnered a whole lot of hits. So I don't know what's going on or why that suddenly became so wildly popular. Who the hell knows? In terms of reviews, a lot of people have been reading my Mr. Majestic review with obviously Charles Bronson and Hard Times. So, maybe more reviews gain more traction other than, just the fan-related film stuff that I do. So, anyway, if you are a subscriber, please hit the notification bell for future uploads. And this is Jerry Saravia at the Movies, signing off.